John Madrid and
Bella Garcia.
with Move In Next, coming to you guys live from Move In Next Studios on this topic Tuesday. ¿Cómo están, amigos? Es tu amigo John Madrid y ahora es martes y le vamos a hablar de un tópico bien interesante. So aseguren que miren este video. All right. So before we jump into the next slide, Bella, I want to just let them know, kind of give them a little preview of what's to come. So on this topic Tuesday, we're talking about pre-qualifications, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And from what I saw there, which we're about to go over, matter of fact, let's just jump in. Pre-qualification Tuesday, right? Topic Tuesday. So
All right.
pre-qualification. So pre-approvals. All right. So that's today's topic Tuesday. Again, your friend John Madrid with Move In Next. And again, whose voice is that back there?
Bella Garcia. Usually it's Alice Home Center with Ryan, but I'm filling in today.
He's with a client helping them move in next. That's the only reason he's not on the video. All right. But either way, shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Atlas Home Center. Again, it's 4608 West Wall Street. Again, you can call or text us directly at 432-201-1105. But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into pre-approval 101. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. So your first real step to home ownership, of course, is doing the pre-approval. So let's see if I get it wrong over here. Boom. So over here in this corner, you can scan that QR code, or at the very top of the link, you can click the actual link button. You can choose my name, John Madrid, or Ryan Thomas there. We both work right out of Atlas Home Center. We partnered with them. But again, on these Topic Tuesdays, we want to come to you guys with information, right? So the first step is to do that pre-qualification, that application, so that we can get you that max approval with that minimum down. So pre-approval doesn't necessarily, equal, like she put there, shopping. It basically equals power. We're trying to figure out your buying power. It tells you what you can buy, and that way you're not just hoping to know what you can buy, but you'll know what you can buy. It saves you time, it avoids heartbreak, and it speeds up the lengthy process that you would normally have with someone else. Because again, we move you in next faster and better than anybody out there. Okay, so let's move
That's
on to the
right.
next slide. Okay. So right here. So what we're going to look at. So what's the first one there, Bella?
Right here, what lenders first look at is going to be your credit. After
Okay.
that comes like your income, your debts, and what down payment you have available. It's basically a snapshot of your finances. And this is something that we tend to look at to assess that buying power that you have.
I love it. I couldn't have said it better. So, when we look at that snapshot, like she said, the first thing is credit. A lot of people will talk themselves out of even attempting to apply because they think their credit score is too bad. Again, we have multiple lenders, the top nationwide lenders that work with a variety of credit scores. Okay. And then the next thing is, of course, income. Just going to take a snapshot. How much do you make? Do you qualify for a loan? Things like that. But that's the point of the buying power, right? So we can figure out based on the credit, based on the income, based on any outstanding debts you have, car payments, things like that, and then how much money you have down, what can you buy? And that's what we want to help you figure out, isn't it, Bella?
Yes.
Okay, that's a beautiful photo there. I like it. All right, so let's talk credit. So tell them a little bit. Well, let me jump into this part. All right, so minimum score can start around 600. That doesn't mean we don't have banks that go lower than 600. We do. We're just kind of using that as a kind of like a starting point, right? Because of course there's threes, there's fours, there's five, there's six, there's sevens. But again, at the end of the day, what we want to do here with Move In Next Atlas Home Center is figure out where you stand, get that snapshot, but kind of just basing it off what a 600, kind of dependent program it is. So again, it's more than just a score. It's payment history, right? What else is it, Bella?
Your collections and your charges, right? Student loans, car notes, and any recent purchase activity. Have you purchased anything large within the last, 6 months? And that's going to be something that we take into consideration as well.
That's right. And she couldn't have brought it up better. So again, if you've had some bumps in the road in the credit, and maybe it was 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, the longer time it's been, even if it happened, the less it affects you. So that's a great way to point it out. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so debt to income. So let's go ahead and give us a little overview of that, Bella, if you would.
So basically, when you talk about our debt to income, it's our monthly debts divided by our monthly income. So it gives you this ratio of how much of your income is going to or is supposed to go to these car payments, your credit cards, your student loans, and we factor in the future house payment that you're going to have with us.
I like that. So, like she put right there, most lenders like 40 to 50% or lower. So, an industry standard, and it's not an exact because it does take different variables into consideration. How much money you put down, where your score is, how long your job history, and all that good stuff. But let's just use 43% as a standard average. And then, so from there, they'll calculate. So, just using, let's say, if we use, let's say, $5,000 as an example, that 5,000, that 43% of that will be about $2,200, give or take, more or less, minus any car payments, credit cards. And the credit cards are the minimum payments. It's not the balance. So like if your statement comes in and your minimum payment's $30, that's what they're taking into account, not what you actually owe on there. Same thing with student loans. Now, if you're in deferment or something, they're not even going to count it against you right now. Or if they do, they'll estimate a small, like 1% payment there. And then, of course, again, whatever your future house payment's going to be, they want to make sure that you're in that healthy range so that your DTI is normalized and good to go. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, the trifecta. I like that. So, what is the trifecta?
Basically, when you're shopping with us and you're shopping or with Atlas Home Center, we always say that you need at least two of the three, the trifecta. So that's money, credit, and land. If you have land and credit, we can help you find the money. We can give you time. We can set up a program to help you budget and save for that down payment. Credit and money, we help. If you have credit and money, we help you find the land, right? We have access to different lots, sites, communities, whatever you're looking for. Land and money, we can help you fix the credit. We have credit repair programs that we can enroll you in and get your credit looking to where we can get you approved faster. And then the main trifecta, if you have all three, you are our fast track buyer. We can get you in and out of there in a very, very timely manner.
Man, I don't have anything to add to that. She killed that screen. Okay, let's go to the next one. Good job. All right. So common, I was going to say Smiths, common myths. All right. I don't make enough. Well, everybody's heard that before. My credit's too bad. I need more money. I'll wait another year. So before I even move on to the next ones, how do you know you don't make enough if you haven't clicked the link above and done a pre-qualification so we can figure out how much buying power you have? How do you know your credit's too bad? Just because your neighbor said that you needed a 750 or higher to be able to buy a house? And I'm using that as an example because we have the top lenders in the nation. We have programs for every type of credit. And again, I need more money. You don't know how much money you need now. So don't tell yourself one of these common myths that you need to wait more time, spend more time on rent, or live longer with family, or whatever it is that you may be currently doing. And we're not judging, we're here to help, right? And then it talks about, go ahead and talk about the bottom part where it says credit
Basically,
challenges. Yeah,
we're here to challenge those myths, right? Everything that you want to say and put yourself down about, we're here to guide you through it. So, credit challenges, like I said, we have credit repair programs that we can guide you through that. You don't have land, we help locate or structure a plan to get you on to a piece of land that you want. Unsure on the budget, we help build you a plan, right? We give you your estimated payments, what you should be looking forward, and to help you build that budget. And then if you're not ready today, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but we create a timeline for you to get you, on track and to move in next in the matter.
killing it. All right, let's go on to the next one there. Okay, cool. So
Easy.
that's our contact us information. So make sure that you visit our website at atlashomecentermidland.com. The main store number is 432-282-0766. And then, of course, you can go to moveinnext.com. My direct cell is 432-201-1105. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce over here to this last screen. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. Okay, so guys, on this topic Tuesday, we delved into a lot. Bella, thank you so much for interjecting your thoughts here. Great presentation. I feel like we did a good job of pointing out that the pre-approval is really the first step, right? I mean, that's what they need to do first.
Yes, and it really does give you a range for you to walk into a dealership, for you to give us a call with your buying power already in mind, right?
That's right. It makes it a lot easier, guys, for you to do a pre-qualification, us have you pre-approved. You set up an appointment with us to come in, to view the homes, to walk through the homes with a pre-approval letter, knowing you're picking out the home that you can move into now, right? Or move into next. So I think it's an amazing opportunity. 2026 is the year we're going to help the most homeowners we ever have move in next with them and their family into their starter home, if that's where they're at, or their second home, or their forever home, because we do all the homes. All right, Bella. So let's go ahead and sign off on this topic Tuesday. I want to thank you guys so much for watching it, tuning in with John Madrid, and
Bella Garcia. We'll see you
we're here
guys
to help you move in
in
next.
next.
There you go, guys. See you later.